Hello, runners, and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. We are so excited to have you back here for our next installment of Wednesday Wisdom, where we're talking today about speed work, one of the more critical phases of the game in running to be able to make improvements. And so a lot of runners leave this out and just kind of run. So I kind of try to break it down, the running into three different main categories of running comfortably, running at this comfortably uncomfortable pace, and running at the uncomfortably uncomfortable pace. Speed workouts are the uncomfortably uncomfortable pace. You're pushing yourself to where it kind of hurts a little bit in your legs and your lungs, where you're really pushing your capacity of how fast can I run. So speed workouts are really important in pushing the needle. Where we like to run, though, is that comfortably uncomfortable pace. I can hold on to this pace for about an hour, half hour to an hour and a half. I can hold on to that pace for a while, and I'm pretty tired at the end of the run. I kicked my own butt. I felt like I got a good workout in. Unfortunately, that pace, that comfortably uncomfortable pace, is what I lovingly call the no progress zone. We tend not to really make much in the way of progress when we run at that comfortably uncomfortable pace. Where we really make progress is either at the uncomfortably uncomfortable pace or the comfortable pace. So the comfortable pace is where we train our body to build endurance and burn fat better so that we can go longer. That's where we build that base up and everything like that. The comfortably uncomfortable pace is kind of that no man's land where we don't really push the speed that we can run at. So we're not getting faster by running in that. And we're also not building our endurance or building our ability to burn fat. So training at that uncomfortably uncomfortable pace, that's where we push our body's limits to go faster, to go harder, and to train the mechanics of running faster and to force those adaptations of delivering more glycogen, more oxygen to the muscles and clearing lactic acid better, things like that, so that we can maintain those higher intensities for longer periods of time. So really that polarization of training is what is so critical. If you're going to run slow, run really slow. If you're going to go fast, you've got to run faster than probably what you're currently doing. So those track workouts and stuff that you see some really fast runners do, but you're like, I'm not sure if that's for me. It should be. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a track. You have to push yourself for intervals of going faster and harder. I'm a bigger fan of doing it for time versus distance. I think you get a little bit healthier run that way, where instead of running 4 by 400 meter repeats, that may take you longer than the person that suggested that you run that 4 by 400 meter repeats. And so that may be too much of a workout for you versus 4 1-minute runs or whatever. So I prefer time-based intervals and running and then just building on that over and over again, like maybe adding 1 more minute into that interval series. So instead of doing 4 1-minute bouts, you're doing 5 1-minute bouts this time. But running kind of at your peak of how fast you can run and building up how much time you can do that for and how many intervals you can do that for really is going to be helpful at building up your ability to run faster, so that race day, your slow and your kind of moderate speeds get faster and faster and faster. If we just run at that comfortably uncomfortable pace all the time, we never really get faster. That kind of becomes our pace. We get locked in there and we stay there for years as a runner. And you'll see that where your paces don't change for years and years. That's usually because you're staying in that zone and you're not pushing it faster or slower. You're just hanging out in the middle. So you definitely have to push that envelope. If you're going to try to get faster, you got to go way faster. That means you got to slow down more on your slow days so that you can recover and be ready again for your next speed workout. We recommend about 2 bouts of faster running. One maybe more of a tempo run or like a longer sustained bout of running faster at the end of a slower bout of running. So it's kind of half and half, or 1/3 fast and the other 2/3 slow, and then 1 speed workout where you're doing more interval work. That seems to be a fairly good plan for most runners at building speed. So there you go. There's your Wednesday wisdom tip at building speed so that you can maximize performance, which is what we've been talking about all month. This month is how to fix your performance issues. So if you have any questions, definitely reach out to us here at Body Smart. We would love to answer your questions. and see if there's any way we can help you. Definitely like, follow, subscribe, join, all of those good things so that you can get our next video, so you can keep up with all of our Wednesday wisdom tips. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you on the next one.